that's it, all the way round with the root pass. I didn't do very much filming, I haven't got my mic on. Now I've got to flick it over and tackle the other side. So I'll just try and speak into the camera. I haven't got my microphone on, but you can see I've got my root pass in there now, all the way round. Yeah, need to flick it over. Okay, done. Time round, all the way around, right down into the root of the joint. So let's time to fill that up now. So I've swapped the machine over to use a dual shield wire. So you can see the dual shield stuff is quite soft, and this is what is it? It's Elga Core 100 MX dual shield. So it's got a flux coating in the wire as well as the gas shield. So you can see here I've come round, I've done my TIG pass and I ground back down to that. Then I've done a fill pass. Now I'm doing another fill pass to take it up to flush. But I'm trying to not rush it, not get carried away, because I don't want it to get too hot. I mean, I don't want it to get cold again. So I'm filling these last little bits on this filling pass. And the other thing I've done, as you can see, is I've taken it off the trailer. Well, no, sorry, I've taken the wheels off the trailer, put it on some concrete blocks, and that makes it absolutely miles easier to spin around. I don't know why I didn't do that before. All right, well, it might not have looked easier. You'll just have to trust me, that was a lot easier than before, and also not as dangerous. I'll put in another one of these pipe nipples as well. Anyway, what are we talking about? You can see this wire runs really smooth. That's my first filling pass, and there is the next pass to take it up to flush. Right, so I've done my fill pass now all the way round. So I'm just going to quickly take this off. That's good. All good. Right, so this one, first thing I've done is I've cleaned it all up with, first of all, degreaser and then with acetone. I get it absolutely squeaky clean. Now, because my cramp thing was set from last time, I literally haven't had to move it at all, which is really convenient because that was a real nuisance. So, plonked it into place. One final sort of sanity check of making sure that it's all correct. And I'm going to tack it in and do the TIG root pass. There's a little bit of a big gap here, I'm a bit of a swine. Still, better get on with it. So I've done first little bit of the second filling pass. It's quite easy to do this now. In fact, actually, it's quite straightforward. I could have got in there actually with a 70-18, but kind of committed now. So I'm having to just be careful to do only bits at a time. I mean, because it's so easy, I could have just fired off and trundled all the way around, but I'm doing a little bit. So I'm going to do there, then I'm going to do there, I'm going to do like 4 bits, then let it cool a little bit. Not totally cool, but just a bit. Right, so I've done my filling pass now, and I've gone just to not quite flush so that I've got something to aim at, and I'm going to do another 1 root run and then my weave run, but first of all I'm going to flick it over, do the other side. So you can see I've done it all the way there. The only thing, there's a tiny little bit of spatter just on the edge there, but I can't quite get the grinder in. I might get the Dremel out just to nick that off, just to keep it neat. And I just nicked the edge there, which isn't really a problem, it's just more of an insult really, but there we go. Right, finished welding all the way around, but it's really spattery, as you can see there on the edge there. So I'm just going to have to grind that off, or sand it off with a sander. What I thought I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to swap over for one of these, bit of an experiment. I'm hoping that I can use this to take the hull down to bare metal ready for painting, rather than having to get it grit blasted, because it was quite a rigmarole last time. So let's just see. I hate using these things, these are horrible. Let's just see. How this works. Well, I'm not sure that is clean enough for painting. Don't think that's going to be good enough for painting. I'm not happy with it. It's probably going to have to be grit blasted. Right, this is just the last one now, just to get tacked in place. I've lined it up, didn't really have to do anything with the adjustment. Done my checks. So you can see I just started on my tacks. Let's put a couple in. So I'm very tempted actually to go round on this side and then just background grind from the other side. It doesn't really make that much difference. The big difference is that it's a lot easier to weld from this side. So I've finished my TIG root pass all the way round. It's a little bit awkward here where I had fairly big gaps, so I had to wash it round quite a bit, but anyway. There's always a catch, of course, so because I welded it from the other side, then that means I've had to do the back gouge grinding from the inside, which means a grinding hell, which I've just endured. So I've basically done the same. I've just kind of lopped the top off the bottom of the joint, or inside of the joint now, so I can nicely get in there with my fill passes, confident that it's all the way through. So I have drawn this up, which is the kind of main pressure hull, well, it's the pressure hull component location drawing is what I've called it, because I've drawn the actual pressure hull on a different drawing. So what I need to do is actually, this drawing is actually not actually complete, because some of these I'm not quite sure where they're going yet and what sizes they are. Like these ones for the motors, I'm not sure about those yet. But anyway, the important one is this one here for the battery pod penetrators, So 172 from the end and 192.29, we'll call it 192, from the centre, and then I've calculated the arc length as well. So that's what I'm doing now. I've lined everything up. I've lined up the conning tower underneath. That is my reference point, the top of the conning tower. So that is level. The viewport is level because I leveled that to the tower. So I'm pretty confident I'm in the correct place now. So I'm going to measure for these next. These are going to be for the drop weight penetrators. So 172 from the edge. Oh yes, look at this, amazing. This is it, Acme measuring gadget. 192. Right, good job I just measured that, because I just worked out the 32-degree segment or arc segment. It's 199 millimeters, 199 mil, and I just measured this. And it's totally wrong, and I realised that I marked it on the inner edge. It should have been on the outer edge. Stupid mistake, but that's why we triple check stuff. Right, what I'm going to do, this hole, well, both these holes are not, is that parallel to the hole or whatever? They're vertical, they need to be vertical. So I need to come in at this. Now I could do this with plasma cutter, but I'd much prefer to do it with the mag drill. So I'm going to see if I can cobble something up. Right, now I've welded a piece of metal to the hull. I didn't go mental with it. So I just hope it's on enough. I'm just very tempted to put a tickle more weld on, but then there's more to grind off. I mean, I can't shift it, and a little bit there. What I've also done is I've clamped it on, so it's not just the magnet that's holding it. Magnet's got it. And I'm really a little bit spooked about this. I don't know why, but I just feel as if, because it's not cutting flat, something horrible could happen. So I'm going to try and keep out of the way as much as I can. So I've had to take the handles off because only one handle fits. I don't like wearing gloves because you can get them caught, but in this case, I don't know, I just don't like this right. Some racket as well. Yeah, I thought something like that was going to happen. See, it grabbed and licked it over. Shall I keep going? See, I'm glad I had that strap on there. That would have possibly come off. I'll try once more. seems to be a bit better. What else could I do? I know. Right. So that hopefully might stop if it grabs it. I've got 2 straps on it and the magnet, and that's holding it actually to the hull as well, so that should be okay, hopefully. On. Right, that really was slightly terrifying. I've still got all my limbs, more to do yet. Yeah, made a nice hole. That's where I kind of, where it grabbed and I had to redo it. That's, but it won't matter because I'm welding across that anyway. I'll just grind that off a little bit. Let's just see if it fits now. Oh, look at that. That's why I wanted to do it with the mag drill, because you'd never got that like that with a plasma cutter. I mean, look at that, it's perfect. Right, now I'll take this off. Right, I'll have a different angle on this one. So I've done the same, welded this on. Flipping out, that's weird. You can feel the magnet through that. Anyway, that's on. I've done a check of the level. So this is it. Put my leather suit on. Not that that would make any difference. Just do this again. This is really horrible. Don't like this at all. Oh, terrifying that is. It was chattering at the start. Just had to sort of punch through it. Take it off and clean it up. Bit awkward in one hand. Oh, look at that. It's magic. Well, weld them in now. So, where have I got to? Drilled those two holes for the drop weight through holes, and I've nearly finished the welding on that final viewport. I've got one more pass to go on each side now, a capping run, but I got a bit carried away doing those holes, so that's wasted a bit of time. But that's it for now.